Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. What the hell is going on, people? I'll tell you what's going on. You want good service? You want a good product? You want it from good people? You want to call a customer service center and talk to someone you can understand? It's the little things in life, people. The older you get, the little things mean more and more. Okay. And if you want to call us a customer service line and talk to somebody who speaks English, this is the company for you. Red State Wireless, 5G, all that good shit. I use them. I love them. I hope you do too. They won't sell your information. They won't donate to crooked Democrats. Conservative company. They believe in this thing called capitalism that got us here. They don't believe in communism. They don't support Bidenist pervertists and those cackling, liver-spotted demon whores on the Democrat side. I've had no problems. I think I've had them for 2 months now. I've gone here, I've gone there, I've gone everywhere. Nothing wrong with the service. Love it. So you might as well give your money to a good company that's not going to sell your shit to China. Red State Wireless. Link will be in the description box. Use my promo code Jericho to get a free activation. Why not? And one of the first comments here, shout out to Matt Mittens, he was the first one. But Lona Smith, she says, I live here on St. Croix. Yes, they are here. Talking about the Bidens. And no one really cares. Nothing special is going on. We have Carnival starting this week. Really looking forward to them leaving CIA everywhere. And I read that comment. Thank you for that comment, Lona. I read it because that's where the Bidens are heading. That's why I titled this Virgin Islands. Here we come. Here we come. And come they will. Or they have. They did. They left already. They are hanging out. And of course, I know all presidents go on vacation. All presidents, let me adjust the heater here because it's going to be a cool 48 degrees as a high today. And every president goes on vacation. Every president plays golf. Every president does, yeah. I get that. But it's still not a good look when the country is in the position it's in and the shape it's in, which we've never been in this shape before. And then for him to just take off to the Virgin Islands, it's just not a good look. But whatever. The Bidens and his administration and the powers that be are not about good looks. And I apologize the nasally sound that I have today, but one of my nostrils is clogged up. It looks like an airplane when they lose an engine. It can still fly. But yeah, so I'm not sick or nothing. I don't feel it anywhere else, just nasally. And I wonder, is it just because of the cold weather? Who knows? But here I am. Here we are. Like, it's more important than me. It's a we. And Oscar Gonzalez, Virgin effing Islands. You got it. Climate changing jet exhaust. Frozen dead Americans, that means nothing, man. Get out of here with that shit. You're talking about the real deal. You're talking about stuff that we actually deal with. You're talking about real life, and they're not about that. Yes, out of one side of his ancient neck, he's talking about the Green New Deal and retrofitting buildings and the climate existential threat. We're all gonna die. But first chance he gets, peace out, bitches. I'm hopping on my private plane and flying to where climate change isn't an issue because it's always beautiful there. How many emissions? However you say that shit. How much pollution does Air Force One put out? Fly on Air Force One all you want. You could triple the emissions out of Air Force One all you want. I don't care. My problem is when you start pointing your green finger at me, telling me I'm a horrible person and all this shit I need to do, when you're putting out more pollution in one flight than I can imagine, than my small brain can handle. That's where we have a problem. You don't care about the fucking environment. You're going to the Virgin Islands in a fucking plane with like 10 people on it. Why don't you take a ship? You think the world's finest Navy can't get you to the Virgin Islands safely via a ship? Why don't you take that? Less emissions? If you care about the I'm just kidding. They don't care about the planet. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's just kidding, guys. They don't give a fuck about the planet. Come on, that's a talking point. Leonard S., thank you. Brandon likes the name. He is fascinated by the name of the place. Virgin Islands, quick history lesson. Why do they call it that? Do you have them there? That's how Biden sounds. That's what old sounds like. Just wondering, guys. I'm just thinking out loud. Just thinking out loud. Hold on a second. Gotta blow my nose. There we go. Let me send a quick text to my wife, to my woman. When you're done, hold on. There we go. Boom. Sent. Christian, yo, hoser. Thank you for the Hamilton. Hi, Jericho. I got my boy Hubert back from base for 2 weeks. Good for you, man. Good for him. We are sitting in my kitchen, and Hubert, Canadian Army Signals Corps, says, "Hey, love from Canada, buddy. What's up, Hubert? I'm glad you're back, man. I'm glad you're back to be with your people. It's always nice to come home on leave. Is that what you guys call it in the Canadian Army, on leave? Any branch of the military in America, it's called going on leave when you go home to visit, man. I'm happy for you guys. I hope that 2 weeks goes by real slow. Chozo Ghost, thank you for Hamilton. Birthday today. Big 3-3. Got my birthday present early and got offered a job I interviewed for at the start of the month. You got to see if my current place tries to keep me. Got to play that system. That's right, man. Let them have a bidding war. Let them fight over you. Let them go back and forth. Who wants Chozo Ghost the most? Happy birthday to you, man. Big 33. 33 is one of those birthdays. It ain't 30. It ain't 35. But just know this. You're still young as shit. So enjoy it, man. And I hope you get the job, whoever pays you the most. I hope you go to the highest bidder. Joe Mello, thank you for the Twompski. Hey, Jericho. How was your Christmas? My wife is a baker, and she baked enough goodies to give me and my family diabetes 10 times over. Hey, man. I've always thought about that. Those must be the best holiday dinners. People who have a chef in their family or a baker in their family. I bet it is off the damn charts. And what a way to go. Too many sweets made by the hands of the woman that loved you. Good for you, man. And you guys, have her bake some stuff and do something weird with it. Maybe some pies or some donuts or something. Work it in there. Get freaky. But yeah, happy birthday to you, Chozo. Glad you're home, Hubert. Joe Mello, have your wife cook you up something special. Yeah. So let's get to Good Gun, and this is a different Good Gun. This is an update on someone who was in a very memorable and funny Good Gun with a very happy ending. Remember the story where the 80-year-old store owner in Southern California had 3 ne'er-do-wells pull up in front of his store at 2:00 in the morning or something like that. And Matthew Quinlan, Jericho, you wouldn't rather die smothered in Nancy Pelosi's saggy tits. No, man, who would choose to die like that? Who would choose to be smothered by liver spotted giant tits? Actually, that's somebody's dream. There's a website dedicated to exactly that, and somebody would love it. But that somebody is not me, Matthew. Ugh. You imagine him just coming down. No. Chico Man, why would you say something like "Go Chargers"? Are you referring to the Los Angeles Chargers, formerly known as the football team formerly known as the San Diego Chargers? They're still the San Diego Chargers to me. Fuck that. But no love for Chargers here. Sorry, Chico Man. This is Niner country. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Taryn Lewis, thank you for the Hamilton good sub. He says, you the man, Jericho. Go 49ers. You damn right. Always got some Niner gear close by. Don't make me put it on. You damn right, Taryn. We're about to get in the Raiders' ass like a bike with no seat. You think Raiders, hey, fucking Raiders, you think you're ready for that? No, you're not. Please. Get your affairs in order before you step on that field because the Niners are about to fuck you up. Misanthrope. I remember the Houston Oilers, Warren Moon, what's his name? Earl Campbell. When Earl Campbell speared, I don't even know what the guy's name is. But that's probably the first time I saw somebody pass away on the field. Earl Campbell lowered his helmet and speared some dude in his sternum who was trying to tackle him. And I believe the guy died. I'm just kidding. He didn't really die. But shit, it looked like he did. Earl Campbell? If you went up to God and said, God, make me the perfect running back. I want him to be big. I want him to be elusive. And I want him to be fast. And I want him to have a deep desire to injure his opponent. That's who he would send you. God would send you Earl Campbell. The dude's thighs were ridiculous. Huge. And I want to say I think the guy was a Charger. They might have been playing the Chargers. Yeah, Max Bang, 42-inch quads. Dude was huge from Texas. And like I said, I can't remember the guy's name. It wasn't like the Bo Jackson versus Bosworth, two real big names. Earl Campbell was a big name, but the guy that he fucked up was not. Man, full speed. Earl Campbell, I don't know how big he was, 230, 240 pounds. Lowers his helmet like this. And this is back in the 70s or maybe late 70s, early 80s when you could still, cripple somebody on the field without penalty. Man, he lowered his head and hit that dude, put the top of his helmet right in this dude's sternum. And if you slow the footage down, you can see the dude's spirit leaving his body. And if you listen to the audio, his spirit said, I don't want none. Oh, shit. Yeah, man, he destroyed that dude. That dude went home and rethought everything. He rethought his decision to play football. He rethought his masculinity. He rethought everything. That's how hard Earl Campbell hit that dude. Joyce Decker, that kind of talk will get you nowhere. 49ers suck. That's what the haters say. Misanthrope, you're right. They're not ready for Nick Bosa. 18 and a half sacks, Nick Bosa? Come on. I heard Diesel, the Raiders are benching Carr for the You didn't have a snowball's chance in a microwave beating us with Derek Carr. You're going to take away your starting quarterback? What do you think is going to happen? Matthew Quinlan, Atwater versus Okoye. That was another homicide caught on tape. Robin Spielman, what up? Christian Okoye was this African dude who was he a fullback for, I believe, the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not sure how many teams he played for, but he definitely played for the Kansas City Chiefs. And he RIP'd a few people, but Atwater was probably his worst. That was a shame what happened to that dude's torso. Tim Starr, Eagles 41, Winers 13. Man, get out of here. It's no. Even I know you're blinded by the Eagles, your Eagle fandom, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yeah, Taryn Lewis, the Nigerian nightmare. No, nobody wanted Christian Okoye. If you went up to God and said, send me the perfect fullback, but I want him to be from Africa, that's who he would have sent you. But you know damn good and well your Philadelphia Eagles are not ready. You haven't played anybody for real. Your record, you got Gardner Minshew. You don't even know when Jalen Hurts is coming back. You might have Gardner Minshew for the rest of the season. That's not good. So if you wanna go up against the Niners with Gardner Minshew, go ahead. I guarantee you will have more than 13 points and you will have less than 41. We will come out of there with a victory and we will go to the Super Bowl. I think that's going to be the NFC Championship game, but you guys might get knocked out first. If you guys got to face the Cowboys again, you know what the Cowboys just did to you? Captain Tight Pinkman, no, you're already wearing the black and silver. It's black and white, not black and silver. Then, you know, that was something I had. It turns out my son's the football team, the football program he was going to play for, they didn't have enough kids to sign up. So now there's no flag football, and it was too late for him to sign up for tackle football. So we'll get him next year. So he's going to end up playing basketball. My wife signed him up for basketball because I want to keep my kids active. So there was a real fear that I had as a 49er fan because the flag football program he was going to play for, they had NFL teams as their team names. So it was, you know, Raiders and Niners or whatever. And I'm like, what am I going to do if my son doesn't play on the 49ers team and he plays for like the Cowboys or the Raiders or the Sea Bitches? How am I going to allow his gear, his jersey to come into my home and be washed? Will I have to have our neighbors wash his jersey? And will I have to sit there? Ugh. Will I have to sit there and cheer? Let's go, you know, Raiders, whoever he played for. Oh, my goodness. But fortunately, that didn't happen. But when we sign him up next year, we're going to get him on the damn 49ers team. He ain't playing for nobody else. I wouldn't let him come in my house. No, you got to stay outside. You're going to wear that jersey? You live outside now. Virgin Islands, here we come. Biden is perverted. He took the family. He took Jill, his wife, orderly, and they went on down to the Virgin Islands to get some sand between his 720-year-old toes. Ivermectin. Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did. Ivermectin, huh? Thank you for the Hamilton. The T-Ard in chief has landed. Pray for us in St. Croix. I will pray for you, man. And I hope, I mean, really, can we be honest? Can I be honest with you, Ivermectin? Can I be honest with you, Lona? Two people so far that I know are from St. Croix in here. Keep him. We're going to see if we can draft some paperwork to make him a permanent resident of St. Croix, but we would like you to keep him. Can you? Get back to me. Let me know if that's a yay or a nay, because it's a yay for us. We would love, and any of you other countries out there listening, whenever he goes abroad, whenever he goes abroad to another country, do your best to keep it for us, please. Imagine the entire or any the portion of the population that has brain. Imagine us getting on our knees and begging you to keep him. Okay, that's what we're doing. We are begging you to hold on to him because we don't want him back at all. Whatever you have to do, keep him. Thank you. Signed, People of America. Mr. Throw, I feel bad for the sand. Yeah, me too, man. Anything that has to get between those toes, I feel bad for it. Tim Starr, 720. He's at least 835. You're right. I won't argue with you there. He is a relic. He should be behind a velvet rope in a museum somewhere. Agreed. Lisa White, we'll pay you a lot to keep him. We sure the hell will. You think that $1.7 trillion is something? We'll double that if you keep him. We will give you $3.4 trillion if you hold on to Biden as pervertus. Please. Heidi Booth, late to the show. Are they headed to Epstein Island? Maybe. Make a pit stop. We've all made pit stops, right? You've all been on a plane where you got layovers. I'm a little pit stop. Hey, yeah, down there with this big school. Yeah, land there. Oh, they do. Oh, and don't forget, guys, tonight, Ooh, Robin Spielman. I like your thought process. Keep him, and we'll give you Brittany Griner as a bonus. Huh? Huh? Check this out. Check this out. St. Croix Ians. St. Croix Ians. People of St. Croix. Croix. You guys, I imagine Virgin Islands, you guys probably got what, coconut trees and shit down there? How many times you looked up at a coconut tree and thought, man, if I were only 4 or 5 feet taller, I could reach it. Boom, problem solved. You keep Biden. We throw in Brittany, and she'll reach up there and get all the coconuts that you guys can't reach. Huh? What do you think, St. Croix? What do you think? Talk to me. Feeny. Now that's a deal you can't refuse. And to quote the guy from RoboCop, I'd buy that for $1. What do you think? Oh, ivermectin. It's Cruzian or Crucians. Okay, sorry, damn. Well, then if you're going to be like that, ivermectin, it's Jericho with an H. It's Jericho, not CO. So now we're even, ivermectin. Now we're even. Matthew Quinlan, no lie, JG. I'm on the hunt for a gold starter jacket that says 49ers in white on the back. Of course you are. Of course you are. Good luck. Ooh, a starter? Hey, no bullshit. If you find a starter jacket, a gold starter jacket, Niner jacket, shoot me an email, jerichogreen2018@gmail.com. I would love to have that in my collection. Starter? If you weren't growing up in the early 90s, early to mid 90s, you don't understand what starter was. Starter was everything. First, you spin the hat, then you flip the hat. Oh, man. DJ Jazzy Jeff. So Brett D says that thumbnail is equally disgusting and terrifying. Yes, it is, Brett. And that was on purpose. Now, I don't know if the Obamas are going with them, but I was cruising through some pictures and that one was extra creepy. So I went ahead and posted that one because nothing is scarier than Obama and Biden smiling like that with their heads so close together. Very scary. That's right, ivermectin. But wait, there's more. Oh, I used to love those commercials, man. I begged my parents for Christmas. It was Christmas 1993. And I wanted a red starter 49ers parka, all red. And it had 49ers in that saloon font in the back. 4N or 49 ERS in the back in gold. It was all red. Damn, that shit was cold. I wanted one so bad. Oh, man. But it was like $100, I think, for the jacket. So my parents were like, what? Who? Nah, hell no. Damn it, I wanted that jacket so bad. Bud McSmoke, Happy New Year's, Jericho. Shout out from Ohio. Ohio. So you're under what? 900 feet of snow? Damn it. Appreciate that. Link 700. Where are their hands? You don't want to know. Why would you ask a question that you don't want the answer to? Ugh. I think we both know. We all know where their hands are. Teo Mestis, the year I graduated high school. Yeah, 93 was cool, but 98 was better because that's when I graduated high school. Yeah, class of 98. And what, we coming up on 25 years? Next June will be 25 years I've been in high school, out of high school. And I haven't seen no emails or nothing for a reunion or anything like that. I mean, get your fucking shit together, class of 98, North County High School. Get your shit together. You 7 months out, we haven't heard shit about a reunion. Sweet Mama G, $100 in 1993 is like $1,400 building back better. The build back butter. Oh, yeah. Mercury Trismegistus. People are freezing in their cars here, Mr. Green. You must be up in, you mean Ohio or in Buffalo? I heard one story I heard, a lady froze to death in her car. She was on her way home from work and that blizzard hit her, and boom, she froze to death in her car. When I lived in Buffalo, I remember hearing multiple stories about people, their heaters conk out in the middle of the night and they just freeze to death in their bed. The number one business there at the time was funeral homes. I think that's had to do with their large elderly population. It was right by Orchard Park. But yeah, man, that shit's real. Like you freeze to death in your bed in your car. That shit is wild, man. I really feel bad for those people. Chico Man, class of '87. Yes, I'm old. Lala HK, don't say things like that because that's not true. She says '98 was a good year, but 2001 was better. Anybody graduated in 2000 and on, you're young as shit. C4 Duke, class of 2000? You young. Captain Tight Pinkman, '09 for me. Y'all are old. Yeah, you damn right. You'll be here too. We'll be waiting for you, Captain Tight Pinkman. We will be getting old yourself, sir. Because 90 or 2009 was what, coming up on 14 years ago. You getting there, bro. Once you peak at that 15-year mountain, you go over the other side. You're going down the other side like what's his name? The damn Chevy Chase, his family from the National Lampoons. Remember that Christmas Vacation when he greased up his sled or whatever with that. Some new like lubricant or something this company made. His ass went down the hill catching fire. The Griswolds. Thanks, Another Miser. That shit was so funny. I should have known that. We just watched that movie like last week. Bud McSmoke, thank you for the $1.49 super sticker. You did $1.49 because you're a 49er fan. I get it. Thank you. Joe Kurtz, dropout, class of '80, GED in '88. Hey man, you did your thing. As long as you got it. As long as you got it, man. That's some funny shit. Yeah, you enjoy it. Michael McCoy, class of '84. Yeah, you guys are a little before me. But I've always said, man, I wish I was born 10 years earlier, 1970. Because that means I would have been a teenager in the '80s. Oh, shit. That means I would have got into radio in 1993. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if I would have survived that. Sweet Mama G, class of 2006. Oh, you young. What do you mean, Mama G? Young Lady G. Taryn Lewis, 1997 for me. You right there, man. We're same age. KMIT, Naughty Crew of '82. I bet you were. Doug Kennedy, '81. Oh, man. That's great. I had a good experience in high school. Shelly, 423. Glad you're here to catch me live. Um, yeah, I had a great time in high school, man. I would not mind going back and doing high school over again. Of course, I would take my studies more seriously. But as far as the social experience of it and shit, man, high school was cool. Bud McSmoke, Bengals and Packers fan. You can't split your loyalty. Like, unless you got some good family history to justify that, you cannot split your loyalty. Class of 2014. Damn. You sure know how to make it hurt, man. That hurt bad. 2014. That was yesterday. Damn, CT 2608, class of 2022? Is that formula in the corner of your mouth? My goodness. Young as shit. Good. I'm glad I got young people in here. That means you ain't falling for the bullshit. That means you believe in only two genders, huh? Good. Keep it that way. Keep it that way. Yeah, Creole lady. Ouch. 2022. That hurt bad. Really did. Thank you for doing that. Robin Spielman, Jericho worked at a radio station when I was in college. I did too. Well, it would have been right after I graduated college if I went, but around the same age. Radio was cool, but in the '80s and '90s, and really before that, from early 2000s back in time to whenever radio started, radio disc jockeys were celebrities, equal to movie stars and TV stars. Like radio, that was everything. I was somewhat of a celebrity when I was doing radio between 2004 and 2009. So I could only imagine, before that, back in the day, like the 80s, oh man, 70s, 80s, early 90s. It would have been out of control. Like I said, I wouldn't have survived. I really wouldn't have, because I would have partaken in things I shouldn't have partaken in. Because when I worked in the radio, like people would ask me for my autograph and shit to take pictures with them. It was weird because we see celebrities as exactly that, celebrities. They're famous, and we don't. I wouldn't say some people do, but I wouldn't say most people think that they're better than them. But you just look at celebrities differently because all you see is the fame, the fortune, the money, the exposure that they have. So, you think of them in a different way. So for somebody to think of me as someone worthy of scribbling my name on a piece of paper or whatever, that always tripped me out, man. I never got used to that. That was weird. Sweet Mama G, Jericho, I'm 35 and very much a mama too. I'm not doubting, hey, Sweet Mama G, I'm not doubting your motherhood. I'm just saying, young. And Sweet Mama G makes you think, of someone maybe further along in their years than you are. If somebody said, go over there and talk to Sweet Mama G, you're not going to expect some 35-year-old woman to come walking out. You're going to expect somebody maybe a little longer in the tooth. Sean Tackett, you're famous now, JG. That's what some people tell me, but I don't think so. I'm just a regular motherfucker. That's it. Ahsoka 777 fan, thank you. Shout out to Aaron M and his TDS. Donnie T loves you. Yeah, man. Shout out to you, Aaron M. We don't see eye to eye on a lot of things, but you're cool. You haven't insulted me yet, so we're good. We just disagree. Fuck it. Fuck it. If you can find pussy cheaper than this, fuck it. Yeah, exactly. Mandy Westcott. Sweet Mama G is like 60 plus in my head, too. Exactly. Oh, Matt Quinlan, don't you bring up that 13 CDs for a penny shit. You know how many kids got in trouble because of that? Ordering that shit? Yeah, we'll give you 13 CDs for $1 or for a penny, but you locked in for the next 20 years to buy this shit. And your parents find out? Oh, man. It's all bad. It's all bad. Okay, let's get started, man. Like what the hell? I got off into some shit. Okay, so this good gun is an update on a story that we did a while back. So the 80-year-old store owner in Southern California, which trips me out. Southern California, something being protected with a gun and he doesn't go to prison? What? So this old man, these three dumbasses roll up in his liquor store, 2:00 in the morning or something. And I think the guy had he had some kind of rifles. I don't know if it was an AR-15 or what, but he has his little bullshit out. And little did he know, the old man, the 80-year-old old man, saw them pull up. So he was ready. So when he came in, the guy already had his shotgun at the ready. He has this little bullshit. Old man raises up, boom, hits him with a 12 gauge from 15, 20 feet away. And then we get the famous line, he shot my arm off. As he goes, all of it caught on security camera. So he goes running out with his shit flopping around. He tries to get in one door, and it was some Keystone Cop shit. His buddy was trying to get in. He finally gets in. They speed off. Well, people, here's the update. And it saddens me to report that an 80-year-old Southern California liquor store owner who blasted a would-be armed robber. They called him an armed robber, and that's what he got shot in. A would-be armed robber with a shotgun has died, the store reported Tuesday. Craig Cope died Tuesday morning, and a memorial at Norco Market and Liquor will be held at a later date. According to the Facebook posting, it did not mention the cause of death. Cope was at the counter shortly before 3 a.m. July 31st in Norco in Riverside County when a man in a ski mask came through the door pointing a rifle demanding, hands in the air, hands in the air. Surveillance video showed Cope firing one blast from the shotgun. The gunman fled. Surveillance cameras outside the store caught him screaming, "He shot my arm off! He shot my arm off!" That should be a ringtone. And like I said when I did the story, instead of boom, boom, when somebody comes to the store, it should be, "He shot my arm off." Hilarious. It would be funny and send a message to would-be robbers. As he got into the car and was driven away. "I didn't have time to be afraid. After the car with 4 robbers inside pulled into the parking lot and some got out wearing masks and gloves and holding weapons," he told KTT TV. KTTV TV, damn. He was alone in the store. One robber came through the door with what Cope said appeared to be a semi-automatic rifle. Now, I just had this thought. Those little bastards probably knew him. That's why they only sent one of them in. He probably like, "Man, it's an old man. I got an AR. He ain't going to do shit." I think that's why only one of them went in, now that I think about it. Because there were 4. Why wouldn't at least 2 of them go in there? Show of force. Lay everybody down and rob them, bro. He probably figured, "Man, I've been here before. This old motherfucker. He ain't going to do nothing." Yeah, okay. That was a wrong thought. He was alone in the store. One robber came through the door. Bah, 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 bah. The guy pointed the gun directly at me. "It was him or me," he told the station. 4 men were later arrested at a hospital where the wounded suspect was being treated. Why the fuck were all 4 of you there? Were you crying, "Oh man, please don't die. Please help my friend," you dumbass? Fucking idiots. The getaway car was stolen in Las Vegas and contained stolen weapons, authorities said. Cope was commended by the sheriff's department. Video of the shooting made him a celebrity. People flocked to the store to photograph and congratulate him and to buy items, including a t-shirt with the slogan, "Don't mess with Norco. We'll shoot your arm off." That's the best. Cope had owned the store since 1976. After the shooting, he suffered a heart attack but recovered and returned to the store before having a disabling stroke in October. Damn, man. That is terrible. Damn, Mr. Cope. Hey, RIP Mr. Cope. Hold on a second, guys. Wife had to drop off something for me. No, not that. Damn pervert. And well, I guess that was good gun. I mean, it's not good. RIP to Mr. Cope and his family, and friends and everybody who knew him. That sucks. But Mr. Cope's out of here. So is that guy's arm. Careless, did he recently take his booster? I don't know. I don't know, man. But he's gone now. I'm sure it had something to do. Well, you never know. Elderly guy. Maybe he was told repeatedly from health professionals and family members and shit that he should get it. Maybe he did. I don't know. I hope he did. I hope that old man was smart enough and tough enough to not take that bullshit. But yeah, that shit was funny. Motherfucker said, "He shot my arm off." Well, that's what usually happens when a shotgun blast meets somebody's arm from 15 feet away, dummy. But a good way, a very good way to not get your arm shot off is to not rob people. You stupid son of a bitch. Oscar Gonzalez tying in a Christmas classic. "You'll shoot your arm off. You'll shoot your arm off." RIP Mr. Cope. Let's see here. And we might as well kick this shit off with the greatest commercial ever made. I played it for you yesterday, so why not do it again? Why would you not want to see the greatest commercial ever made 2 days in a row? I don't understand that. But I should start off every show until America gets their fucking shit together with this commercial, because it is the greatest commercial ever made. And I'm talking even in the face of Super Bowl commercials. Because that's when you get that's the best of the best right there. It used to be. They remember in the late 90s, early 2000s, Super Bowl commercials were so damn funny. Bud, Wise, Bud, Wise, Bud. That shit was so funny. Anyway, let's do it again, guys. Let's watch the greatest commercial ever made from Russia. Oh, so a little girl lives there. Is that a little girl? And listen to the music. Dun, dun. So you're seeing all this girl stuff, dresses and a little ball that she kicks around and stuff. Girl, so a little girl lives here. But then you see the little girl and you're like, I ain't no little girl. Is that him? And that's him in the dress. That's a little boy wearing that dress in the picture. What? Is that a savior? A little dress on the couch over there. Oh, that's the problem. Dun, dun. The music, the score in a movie or a TV show is a character in itself. Alphabet Soup Group books. Straight into gay. Ooh, play on words. Let me play on this. Somebody looks like they don't want to be a little girl. Somebody wants to be something else. Take that shit off your head, little boy. You got it. Dear Santa, save me from these perverts. Sincerely, trapped little boy. What the? That little boy is praying for somebody to save him. What kind of glittery shit is that? There you go. Santa, Putin claws. Oh, some soccer cleats, some boys' clothes, a soccer ball, some drums. Jesus on the cross. A woman in that picture. There you go. Love it. Hey, there you go. I saved little boy from perverts. I love that commercial. What would happen if somebody made that commercial here? You already know. You can hear the bitches crying. You can hear their tears hitting the pavement right now. Toxic this and Now, Putin, he's done some bad things. I think we can agree on that. But this is a classic example of, but he got some things right. Desiree, this is like a scary movie. Very scary. And not more scary for anyone than that little boy who's living it, who's being forced into this. And he even knows inside of his little tiny heart that this ain't right. So this is a perfect example of, but same thing with China. China's all fucked up. Dictators, starving people, communism, but they're scrubbing the internet and entertainment of perversion. Gotta agree with that. Putin bombing Ukraine and shit in his dictatorial ways, but he's scrubbing his society of perversion too. Because they're looking from afar. This is like back in the day in the Civil War during the battles, the rich people and the wealthy would go up on hills with their spy glasses, I guess you call them, the thing you pull out back in the day, land ho. And they would sit there and look down. They would watch the battle. It was an event. They'd have picnics and wine and have their servants and stuff. And they would sit on the hill and watch the poor people kill each other. That's what they would do. And they're watching from afar. They're watching us kill ourselves. They're watching America destroy itself. And they're saying to themselves and their citizens, that shit ain't happening here. That poison, that cancer is not going to happen here. Now, how does that speak to the danger of what we're dealing in? That these communists, these dictators, they're not stopping the starvation. They're not stopping the collapse of their economy. They are stopping the perversion. They're like, hold up. You guys can starve. You guys can die. But we ain't going to let you be perverted. We're not going to let you put your hands on our children. So, perfect example of, yeah, but they got a point there. And I would love to taste of that delicious fruit. I would love to taste of the delicious nectar if somebody were to do this commercial in America. How sweet would those leftist tears be? You can get type 2 diabetes just thinking about how sweet those tears would be. Toxic masculinity, all the terrible things they say, some of them would cry. Some of them would literally, they would literally cry. They would cry. They would allow precipitation to fall from their ocular stems over a fucking commercial. Oh, and you know what else they would say? This commercial brings what? Their new favorite word, harm. This commercial is harming people. It is physically hurting people. Oh, you big pussies. Hoser, thank you very much for the Twompsky. And Jericho, as a Canadian, Hamilton is my second favorite president. A Hamilton for Trump and another Hamilton for the great Hamilton. Agreed. Ooh, that'd be the ultimate. I think you could probably look out your window and watch them leap to their death from buildings if they put Trump on our money. No! Love it. I would have buckets out and cups. Everything, every dish-like, bowl-like thing that I own would be outside to collect those tears so I could enjoy them at a later time. Taryn Lewis, thank you for the Hamilton, sir. Thank you again. Jericho, we're the same age. Did you listen to the Loonies? Come on, man. Loonies, Sibo, and Brother Lynch back in the day? That was our music. That pumped us up in the locker room for football games. Look, man. I had the Loonies album, Operation Stackola. I got 5 on it. Man. Do-do-do, do-do-do. And then the triple remix that had Spice One, E40, Richie Rich, was Selly Cell on that one. The triple remix was the shit. And Brother Lynch hung. Oh my goodness. He had that song on the Bout It soundtrack, that Master P movie called Situation on Dirty. Let me tell you, Taryn. You want a song to take you back in the day with lyrics that are just unexpected from a West Coast MC. East Coast, they're home of the lyricists, according to the hip hop history. But Brother Lynch, Situation on Dirty from the Bout It soundtrack, man. Sibo standing in the kitchen, palms itching, and the chef about to cook a quarter chicken, hoping that the federales don't raid because all a hustler want to do is get paid. Yeah, man. I listen to all that shit. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. Spice One, E40. Oh, man, I listen to all that shit. Now you're going to make me make a damn playlist, Taryn. Ahsoka, 777 fan, thank you again. Oh, come on now. See, you were doing good till you wrote this shit. Raiders gonna bust all over the vaginas. Look, man, I don't want you guys busting all over. That's gross. That's a whole different kind of game you're playing now. But that's not true. And you're a smart person because you're here. So obviously you have a brain that works, but not when it comes to football because the Raiders are about to get the shit kicked out of them. Hey, Raiders, you guys are going to take a shit before you leave the hotel? No. Why? Because the Niners are going to kick it out of us when we get on the field. That's why. SW, X-rated, yeah, over the phone. Now he don't, or I don't know if he's out now, but a few years back, with technology, it didn't sound like he was over the phone anymore. It sounded like he was in the studio, but he was still inside. But yeah, X-rated. Yeah, man. I used to listen to that shit. It was so weird over the phone, listen to somebody rap. Mighty Geek Studios. Nothing beats Queens. We will rock you, Jericho. Look, man. Like I said, it is a perception that lyricists are on the East Coast. The best lyricists reside on the East Coast. And at one time, that might have been true. Yeah, Taryn Lewis, Macaframa Lama, even if I'm in the slammer. Yeah, man. But there are some elite lyricists on the West Coast. Razkaz, Brother Lynch, Exhibit's old shit. This dude named Sly Boogie, Dirty Bird. There's a lot of dudes on the West Coast that will smash MCs from the East Coast for sure. Careless. Jericho was the best weed song in history. I got 5 on it, or I want to get high by Cypress Hill. It'd have to be I got 5 on it, man. That was a big song, and I would even do the one off of the Friday soundtrack. Roll it up, light it up, smoke it up, inhale, exhale. That was a big one, but nah, man, nothing beats I got 5 on it. And not just for weed songs, but that song is a banger forever. Yeah, hits from the bong. It's writing on the miser. Roll it up, light it up, smoke it up, inhale, exhale. What do you say? I can't remember the lines from it, but yeah, Yuck Mouth had heat too. I got a story. I'm trying to tell you a story. So I've told part of this story before, but not this part. So a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, won tickets on the local radio station, the one that I ended up working for about 2 years after this happened. He won tickets for a meet and greet with E40 on his tour bus before he did a show at the Sherwood Hall across the street from the radio station in Salinas. So day of, a family emergency happened. He couldn't go, gave me the tickets. I got to hang out with E40 on his tour bus, talk shit. It was E40, D-Shot, Sugar T. A bunch of them were on the bus hanging out. So I made the mistake. I was 22 at the time. So I made the mistake of trying to stomp with the big dogs. And we've all made this mistake. We've all been in a place, we're around certain people that we want to impress, whether it be like, older homies or your older brother and his friends or older family members, somebody you want to show that you're cool and you can keep up with. So this day, I chose to try to keep up with E40. And E40 always raps about Carlo Rossi wine. He had a song called Carlo Rossi. You know, that cheap ass wine that comes in a big glass jug with a handle on it. Anything with a handle on it, be careful, kids. So he likes the red one. Top of the line wine, Carlos Rossi. It was a line from the song. So it was a red Carlos Rossi. He had a bunch of big ass bottles. And so they had the red plastic cup. That's another thing, kids. Beware the red plastic party cup. Okay? That'll get you in trouble. So C4 Duke, our weight room prior to football games was blasted Megadeth, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath, Metallica, Queen, Tupac, Marshall Mathers, Ice-T, Slayer, many more. You get the gist of the kind of music they were listening to. So E40 had the Carlos Rossi wine out there, and I'm hanging with E40, so I can't be like, no, E40, I don't want none. So he offers me a red plastic cup full of Carlos Rossi. So I was like, yeah, man, hell yeah, thanks, 40. Growing up with my brother and stuff, I'm listening to E40 talk about it. Now he's handing me a cup of it. I got to take part in this. When in Rome. So I grab the cup. I drink it. Probably had 2 cups. Tastes like shit, by the way. But I had the 2 cups. And so I'm feeling good. I got a nice little buzz on. And so I came with a buddy of mine, but for some reason my buddy couldn't get on the bus. It was just me. And I told him, I was like, hey man, I'll stay out here with you, man. I don't want to go in there and leave you. He's like, no, man, fuck it. Go. It's E40. Go, go, go. So I went. So we're hanging out for a couple hours. I come back and my buddy was out there. He's like, oh, how was it? It was cool, blah, blah, blah. Probably got the fucking Merlot teeth. And he goes, hey, man. And the E40 goes, yeah, come with me, guys. Hey, bring your homie too. Come with me. You guys hang out backstage. So we are behind the curtains backstage, looking out on the stage, watching E40. We're seeing it from his view. So we're looking at the crowd, him and Sugar T and D-Shot. They're all out there performing. And my buddy goes, hey, man, let's smoke this blunt. So I said, okay. Now, this is what you call getting cross-faded, kids. When you smoke weed and then drink alcohol, that's called cross-faded because you're faded off the drink and you're faded off the weed, and it comes together, and it's a bad situation. I remember working the reggae festival with the radio station, and there was a dude sitting there on like a little wall, and he just had his legs up and his hands like head in his head like this, and he's just looking down, and I walked past him, and he's just yakking between his legs. And I looked at his buddy was standing there, and he goes, crossfaded. That's all you needed to know. Crossfaded. It was too much. I've been crossfaded a few times. This is one of them. So my friend, I'm like, hell yeah, man, let's smoke a blunt. So he brought like a few blunts. And so we're smoking one. And this dude comes up to us, and he has this matching Gucci outfit, Gucci hat, shirt, shorts, shoes, everything. It's Gucci outfit. And he comes up to him, and he goes, hey, man. He's like, what you hitting on, man? And I was like, oh, man, this is Cali's finest. You want some? And he's like, yeah. And I look at him, and I'm like, oh, shit, that's Yuck Mouth from the Loonies. It's like, oh, shit, I'm smoking them. So I get in one night, I drink Carlos Rossi wine with E40 and smoke a blunt with Yuck Mouth from the Loonies. You know that song? I Got 5 on it. Everybody knows that song. So we're feeling good. We smoke a blunt. Me and my friend, we smoke a little bit with Yuck Mouth. He's like, hey, appreciate it, man. Hey, check you out. Good looking out. So he walks off. Should we finish smoking our blunt? Here comes the security guards. We're like, oh, shit. We can't even hide it. We're like standing out in the open. He's like, man, I don't care. So we're like, cool. We smoked the blunt, put that out, or smoked that one, smoked another one. Feeling good. Looking good, Billy Ray. Feeling good, Lewis. I was feeling fine. Then a little bit of time went by, and I was getting fucked up. You know, you start getting hot, get a couple sweat droplets on your forehead. Oh, I was like, oh, shit, when's this going to be over? So we stand back there. It was cool. We say goodbye to E40 and the whole crew and everything. It was great. And fuck, I get it. My buddy, he had just gotten a brand new Denali, put like $10,000 in the system. This thing was nice. So we're, you leave in the parking lot, it's gridlock. So we're sitting there, and he's bumping his tunes, and I'm fucked up. Now it's not fun anymore. So I put the window down, and I'm laying on the door jamb like this, like mouth half in, mouth half out the car. It's like this. And I remember these girls come up to my buddy's side of the vehicle. I'm like, hey, what's up? What are you guys into? And he goes, oh, I got to take my homeboy home. He's all fucked up. And I was able to like open an eye and look at him. And I was lit. I was so fucked up. Man, oh man. So the moral of the story, kids, don't try to stomp with the big dogs, and stay away from the plastic red party cups. Yes, Sean McPeak, room spins. I had the serious room spins. Oh my goodness. It was too much to handle. I was fucking faded. Leah Max, yeah. No, it was only one dipshit. Me. Oh man, I was lit. But I had a good time. At least I wasn't like that in front of E40. At least, oh man, I was so faded. And had I not done that, man, we probably would have hung out with the girls and partied, or probably could have hung out with E40. Probably, hey, 40, when we kick it, whatever. Probably could have talked my way into hanging out with E40. Nope, couldn't do it. Got crossfaded. Oh, what a dummy. Butters, Mac Dre. Not a huge fan of Mac Dre. My favorite song of his was Get Stupid. I love that one. That beat's crazy, but wasn't a huge fan of Mac Dre. Christian Jalomio, Hoser, thank you again. Hamilton in Canada is known as Steel Town. That sounds good. We used to have Steel Town, the Steel Curtain, the Steelers of Pittsburgh. They used to be the Steel City. Not anymore. Ban everything. YouTube is saying my pick is hate speech. Man, fuck that. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as hate speech. None. Doug Kennedy. Rarely do I drink. I smoke every day. Good for you, Doug. Put one in the air for me, Doug, will you? Will you? Thank you. I'm sure you will, Doug. I'm sure you'll find it. Find it in your schedule to put one in the air for me. Appreciate it. So the Bidens, they bounced. Oh, Jamal Cruz, So Fresh and So Clean. That song is one of the greatest. I love that song. All right. Thank you, Doug. So Fresh and So Clean, clean. Yeah, Joe Kurtz, RIP Franco Harris, The Immaculate Reception. Guy Vermectin, there's only speech they hate. Yeah, they do. Speech that is not from their hymnal. You know, when you're in church and you sing from a hymn, everybody has the words to the song in front of them, and you're all saying the same words. So long as you're saying their words, they don't got no problem with you. Queen Bee's Art Hive, thank you. You put one in there for me too. You know, when you're reading from their hymnal, it don't matter what you say. As long as you can say the most vile, vicious, untrue, racist shit you want to, as long as it's directed at the right group. But the moment you start saying your own shit or saying something against them, then that speech is hate. But there's no such thing as hate speech. That's bullshit. There's some bad shit out there that people say. There's some horrible things people say. But it's not hate speech. And the speech you call hate speech, that's what our First Amendment is for. Nobody has a problem if you say puppies are cute and cancer is bad. That's not controversial. That's not going to rub anybody the wrong way. But for the shit that does rub people the wrong way and that is considered controversial, that's why we have free speech. You got to let that shit ride too. Sorry. Let it ride. We can all say everything, or we can't say nothing. And I don't want to be able to say nothing. So let's say it all. Fuck it. JP Irvine, thank you. Say, JG, sorry to change the mood up, but in your opinion, will USA treat the Taiwan situation the same as Ukraine situation, or will Biden ignore this one? Well, unfortunately, that jackass came out a few months back saying that we will support Taiwan militarily. That's what he said. He said, if China fucks with Taiwan, we will back them up militarily. Now, does that mean that we will just give them weapons like we're doing in Ukraine and give them money, or will we put our troops on the ground? Sean McPeak, RIP Nate Dogg. Yeah, what a fucked up day that was. I don't know if they will treat Taiwan the same as Ukraine, because what we're doing with Ukraine by buying them or giving them the money to buy weapons to fight Russia, by doing that, we are clearly saying that we are on Ukraine's side. Now, does Biden's pervertus have the balls to say that to China? Because that's what we would be doing. If we treat Taiwan the same as Ukraine and we're giving them tens of billions, hundreds of billions of dollars, that's a fuck you to China. Remember, Putin came out and said, I'm not afraid to use nukes. You guys step too far in backing up Ukraine, I'll fucking use nukes. And hold on. D. Heather Green, USA just gave them money in the huge bill they passed. Yeah, they gave them another $47 billion. That's why Zelensky had to come here. He had to come here and show his face to his financiers. He had to give Nancy Pelosi some dick. Some dick. He had to come here and tap that ass. I'm sure all kinds of dust in the sands of time came out of that. And we're not done. Remember, they said we are going to back Ukraine until it's over for the foreseeable future. But does Biden have the balls to flip the bird? And it would be a shaky liver spotted bird. But does he have the balls to flip the bird to China? My answer, no. He ain't going to do that shit. Trump would. Trump would say, you come over here and suck this red, white, and blue dick. And the blue part is at the bottom. You got to go all the way down there, Xi Jinping. Does Biden have the balls for that? No. No. Arumpe, thank you. A lot of my ex-coworkers from the Air Force are already deployed overseas in Japan and Europe. They're getting ready for something. You're right. Maybe they are. Maybe if we do back Taiwan militarily, I would be shocked to see if Biden has the balls to do that. But I don't think we should. I don't think we should back Taiwan like that. Is Taiwan in NATO? I don't think so. Let's see. Is Taiwan in NATO? I don't think they are.
According to U.S. Code 2751 at C, the Foreign Assistance Act
Oh, okay.
of 1961 to 22 U.S.C. 2151 at C, or any other provision of law, Taiwan shall be treated as though it were designated a major non-NATO ally, as defined in Section 644 Q of the Foreign Assistance Act of 1961 to 22 U.S.C. 2403 Q.
Okay, so it says, according to this, they are not in NATO, but they will be treated as such. So what the fuck does that mean? Are they NATO or not? If they're not in NATO, then we can't go back them up. I mean, if we back up Taiwan, then should we go back up Hong Kong? I know Taiwan's not in China like Hong Kong is, but they're fighting the system too, just like Taiwan. But I don't know. I don't think he has the balls to do that. And if Trump were there, I think he would handle it. He would punish China in a different way. But I don't know. That's what he said. But he says a lot of shit. He probably don't even know he said it. Taryn Lewis, thank you. Jericho, did you get a chance to touch up on the Marines? Oh, the Marines removing sir or yes, sir, no, sir, out of boot camp. It's going to be they, them going forward. I saw that. I saw that story. I didn't get a chance to research it. Research. Let's see. Let me make a note of it. And part of the reason that I didn't touch on it is because I didn't want it to be true. We've seen the bullshit with the Pride Month and the fucking rainbow colored bullets for the Marines and the rainbow salute for the Air Force and the stupid sensitivity classes for the Navy and lowering the standards for the Army, the physical requirements, all that bullshit. I didn't want it to be true. I didn't want them to take another chunk out of the military. But I'll look into that, man. I don't want it to be true, but it probably fucking is. But basically, they are going to remove yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, because of what? They're one of their favorite words. One of the words that makes their little leftist pink weenie dick come out like a dog. You ever pet the dog or scratch the dog right here in that spot? And that leg gets to going and that fucking pink lipstick just comes out? This word does that to them. This word, if you want to make a leftist climax, just say this word. Inclusivity. No, don't say it. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Inclusivity. They want to be inclusive. Yeah, that's right, Heidi Booth. Birthing person, chest feeder. They want to be inclusive. I'm sorry. I didn't know the military was about inclusion. And not just the military, the Marines. The Marines. So you want over combat readiness and the ability to kill the enemy, you want inclusion. Otis Malin, the Red Rocket. Yes, that too. Huh? Why don't you guys start concentrating on killing and forget about everything else that doesn't have anything to do with that? How about that? How about that? What the? That would just be castrating the Marine Corps. That would be new. What would you say? Sir, yes, sir. So instead of that, you would say, they, yes, they. Them, yes, them. Zim, yes, zim. What the fuck would you say in that in place of ma'am and sir? So instead of them saying, you better put a sir on the beginning and the end of that, because in the beginning, some people don't know. I was in Sea Cadet, so I knew what the fuck was up. But most people joining the military don't have any prior experience with rank and recognition or military protocol at all. So some people had to learn to put a sir in the beginning and the end of whatever you say. Sir, yes, sir. Sir, no, sir. It better be sandwiched by a sir. Now, I say sir because I'm a man, so I was in the male division and we didn't have any female RDCs. So they, yes, they. Ooh, you want to send a shiver down the spine of our enemy? Go ahead and yell out, they, yes, they. Or zim, yes, zim. Or them, yes, them. Go ahead and yell that out. Let that footage get out there of our fucking United States Marines, the rabid pit bull that the Navy keeps in the backyard till it's time for somebody to get chewed up. Them, yes, them. Get out of here with all that bullshit. Get all that bullshit, every piece. Get every piece of that bullshit and get out of here. What are you talking about? Them, yes, them. Let that footage get leaked. And this will be Russia and China's military. That's that's removing the testicles of the Marine Corps. You've neutered them. You ever see those videos in Russia? They have these black bears fighting pit bulls. But what they do with the bears is they declaw the bears. So the bear can't dispatch the dog too soon. So the fight goes on longer. You're declawing the Marine Corps. And if it happens in the Marine Corps, how long do you think it's going to take to spill over to the other branches? 30 seconds? I hope that ain't true. I hope that ain't fucking true, but I'll look it up. But God, I don't want to. Ugh. Leonard S., thank you again. 87,000 IRS agents, same size as the Marine Corps, and almost as well armed. You see that list of shit they bought? Night vision, surveillance equipment, Glock 19s, ARs, all kinds of fun shit. Bulletproof vests, breaching equipment. Is this IRS or a SWAT team? Nico Giorgio. So that's our 6 years active duty in the Marine Corps. If this woke BS passes, our military is doomed. Yep. Man, do you know what it sounds like to hear a division? So you're looking at what, about 100 people when you first get started? So to hear a division of motivated young men yell out, "Sir, yes, sir," a sound like no other. And you're going to have these young men yelling out, "Them, yes, them." I would not want my children a part of that fucking military. Nope, you ain't getting that on them. You're not marinating them in your woke dog shit. If it does not advance the combat readiness mission, if it doesn't advance combat readiness, if it does not make you a better killer, then I don't know why the fuck the military is talking about it. Because that's what the military is for. The fuck? That's what you're for. That's your purpose in life. But you're concentrating on pronouns? Before the last 6 years, I thought pronouns was only with words. I didn't know that it had to do with sexuality. I thought it just had to do with words, man. I didn't know pronoun was all this. I didn't know. Now a pronoun has to do with all kinds of wild, silly shit. It has to do with the military, the Marine Corps, apparently. G Sticks, thank you. Hope you and yours have a super happy New Year's. Here's a $5 for a pack of firecrackers. LOL. Well, if I wasn't in California, I probably could buy firecrackers. But I'll buy something with it. Thank you, G Sticks. Appreciate that. Preach. Preach. We got somebody in the C Note Club up here. Cannon Baller 2020. Now I know why you call yourself a baller. C Note Club $100. Thank you very much. Uncle Jericho, Merry Christmas. Here's my present to you from Steph and Jim in balmy 40-degree Minnesota. Oh, bummer. Well, what's up, Steph and Jim? Balmy. I bet you guys are sweating. You probably got a fan. You probably in some shorts and a tank top, like, whoo, burning up. Probably got the freezer open and shit, AC going. Because 40 degrees this time of year in Minnesota is a fucking scorcher. Thank you very much, Cannon Baller. Baller 2020. I appreciate it. And you guys don't be afraid to join her in the C Note Club. there's there's room for more than one in the Century Club. Do not be afraid. Go Bears. Shinobi, I don't got nothing against the Bears. They're not a threat. Bears are cool, I guess. But if you play them, fuck them. But until then, they're cool. Cannonballer 2020. Minnesota's warm today. Yeah. And it's going to be 48 degrees here. You see me, sweatshirt. I just turned my heater off in here. So, two different ways to look at the same 40 degrees, huh? Oh, that's rad. Jericho, you mad that Balenciaga is still a company? Well, I think there's too many powerful people involved to keep it from not being a company. Am I mad that it's not a company? I don't think they should go away as a company or be removed as a company. I think they should stop doing weird fucking perverted photo shoots. That's for sure. I think they should stop that. But am I mad? No. Old school drum corps. It's all pronouns until bullets start flying. That's right. It's like, who is it? Bill Burr. He says, no, there's no feminists on a sinking ship. He's all, they twist that little short haircut into some ponytails and be like, I'm a lady, get me out of here. You damn right. Till the shit hits the fan. And we're all toxic men. We're toxic masculinity and violence is poison and all this shit until you need it. And it's coming to help me. My kitty's in the tree. Yeah, thought so. The Ferg, no fireworks in California. Look, man, you get to late June when they start opening up these little bullshit fireworks stands. There's like smoke bombs and the little paper ones you throw and they pop. You got some shit that like sprays shit in the air, but nothing goes up. There's nothing that takes flight. It's pretty gay. Like everybody else's fireworks are up in the air. All this shit. California's like, hey guys, give me one of those sparklers. So. Ooh, here's Aaron M. What are the conservatives conserving again? Trying to conserve our country. And don't worry, we'll conserve it for you too, Aaron. It's fine. Our country, our constitution, the way of life we become accustomed to name a few. Nico Giorgio. Thank you for the Hamilton. Ladies and gentlemen, hit that damn like button because you're all listening to one of the greatest Americans of all time. Carry on, sir. I will. You know, when Nico's right, he's right, people. Hit that shit. Aaron M says, you guys are slacking. Really? How so? How now? How now, brown cow? And I beg the question, what are you doing? Doug Kennedy, 38 in Central Michigan. Because what? Michigan's 3 hours ahead of here. So you're looking at almost 4:30 in the afternoon and it's 38 degrees. That is not acceptable, Doug. Look around. Look around at what, Aaron? Look around. Okay. I don't know. I'm doing my part. I believe these people in here are doing theirs. We're trying to conserve our country. Because let them have it. There'll be a bunch of weird, perverted eunuchs running around, and all the working people will be paying for all the lazy people. Username. First thing I do is hit that like button. Thank you, username. Doug Kennedy. Heat wave. That's because global warming, man. The Earth's getting warmer, man, and we need to save it. Well, wait, before I start saving the world, man, I'm going to take a flight of my private plane that puts out more emissions than you could in a whole year, man. Fuck these people. Oh, let's get to Kamala's Kwanzaa lies. Oh my goodness. So are you guys ready to cringe? Rick Zweig, 41 degrees outside of Detroit. No, thank you. DJ John T, -1 here in Sweden. Yeah, but is that -1 Fahrenheit? Or are you talking that Celsius shit? Ryan Reese, 73 in Texas, Hill Country. Fabulous temp today. 73. Shit. Is that Eastern Texas? 73 degrees. That's nice. That's a beautiful day. That's a good day for some shorts and flip-flops, y'all. Ortis Malum, 42 in Central Connecticut. No, thank you. You guys are on that bullshit. 44 degrees in Oliphant, PA. Joyce Decker. In Oliphant. Where do you live, Joyce? I live in Oliphant, PA. A quaint little town, but a stone's throw. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. -18 Celsius, DJ John T. Thank you. Thank you for the Celsius conversion. So, all right, guys, you ready to cringe? You ready to go, oh, shit. You ready to get that feeling you get when you see something that's so embarrassing you can barely handle it? Well, I'm about to give that to you. Dale Jackson, 77 in Austin. No, thank you. Austin, Texas, the California Satellite Office. Hey, little cousin, you go down to Texas and set up shop there. All right, Austin? Will do, California. See you later. Okay, here we go. So, Kamala and the first gentleman. Disgusting. How, as a man, can you sit there and be called the first gentleman? Because you know that is usually for the first lady. So, Doug and Kamala are hanging out, and they decided to take a break. Yes, Elizabeth Rodriguez, you do have to. If I got to suffer, so do you. So they got together and they took a break, and commend them for that because they got a hard, busy life. Okay. She's the vice president. She's doing nothing. She's never going to the border. And then he's being the first gentleman, whatever that means, reading books to fucking fifth graders. I don't know. What does he do? And they took a break from all that. And they also took a break from celebrating Kwanzaa to make a little video for you. So let's get into it. Let's watch Doug Emhoff and Kamala Harris make you uncomfortable as hell. Huh? How's that sound? Let's see. Is it? Yeah, there it is. There it is. Here we go.
Hello, everyone, and happy Kwanzaa. Doug and I send our warmest wishes to all of you this holiday season.
During Kwanzaa, we celebrate the history and heritage of the African American community and the African diaspora.
Watch out for that word, diaspora. When they start talking that shit, run the other way. Hold up. Doug Emhoff seems like he lets his kids cuss at him. He seems like his kid was like, fuck you, Dad. Well, honey, you need to calm down. Don't talk like that. Fuck you, Dad. You're a piece of shit. Well, honey, look, how do you feel? That's what he looks like. What a bitch.
Growing up, Kwanzaa was always a special time. We came together with generations of friends and family and neighbors. There were never enough.
Wait, and I don't know if you can see it, but right here, right over here, I commented on this and I wrote, so Kamala Harris celebrated Kwanzaa with her Jamaican dad and her Indian mom. Right? Okay. That makes perfect sense.
Enough chairs. So my sister and I and the other children would often sit on the floor, and together we lit the candles of the Kinara. And then the elders would talk
Wow.
about how Kwanzaa is a time to celebrate culture, community, and family. And they, of course, taught us about the 7 principles. My favorite principle was always the second, Kujichagulia.
What? Is she talking about Kwanzaa or is she talking about the new Supreme Court justice? No. Oh, that's not her name? Okay, my bad, guys. Let me go ahead.
Self-determination. The power to design your own life and determine your own future. And it is a deeply American principle, one that guides me every day as vice president.
To everyone celebrating, we hope your week is filled with love and light. From our family to yours, happy Kwanzaa.
Hello,
There's so much bullshit in this clip. Hold on. Are you telling me that you guys celebrate Kwanzaa now? You two celebrate Kwanzaa in your home. That's question number 1. Question number 2, Kwanzaa was started in 1966. Kamala Harris was born in 1964. And she was raised a good portion of her childhood in Canada and in Northern California. So how long back then, how long did it take for word to spread about a new religion or a new holiday season, a new holiday to celebrate, whatever the fuck Kwanzaa is? How long did word spread? No internet, nothing like that. So how long did it take the word to spread from LA, where it started, all the way to Canada or to Northern California, to where Kamala could grow up every year celebrating Kwanzaa with her Jamaican dad and her Indian mother? Kwanzaa celebrates, it's African. That's what it is. That's what Kwanzaa is. It's a, hold on. Let me get the verbiage right. You know, verbiage. Kwanzaa. Ugh. Kwanzaa is an annual celebration of African American culture from December 26th to January 1st, culminating in a communal feast called Karamu, usually on the 6th day. It was created by activist, I like how they call him an activist, Malana Karinja, that's not his real name, based on African harvest festival traditions from various parts of West and Southeast Africa. So it's rooted in an African harvest festival traditions in various parts of West and Southeast Africa. So West and Southeast Africa, but her dad was Jamaican, a Jamaican professor, and her mom was an Indian woman. So where in the fuck did they get the idea to celebrate Kwanzaa when neither one of them are African or African American? Especially her mother. Her mother's, what? And her dad's like, Bomba clad, rasclad boy. So where did they get the idea to celebrate an African American holiday? But I think we can throw this in the same file folder as her. I used to smoke weed and do my homework when I was in college, fool. And I'd be listening to Tupac and shit with my ooh. I think we can throw it in that file. Kamala's bullshit. I was smoking weed when I was in college and shit, and I was listening to motherfucking Tupac. You know what I mean? That Kamala. Black Kamala. Why is every time she's black, she's because I know black people. I'm related to some, and they don't fucking talk like that. But that's black. Okay. So I'm just wondering, how did they find it in their busy Jamaican and Indian professor schedule to fucking celebrate Kwanzaa every year? And is this in the same folder of lies where she was talking about telling Joe Biden, you're a racist, I got bused to school? What the fuck up, Kamala? So now her and Douglas are celebrating Kwanzaa? Doug Emhoff looks like a fucking weenie. He looks like a puss. Me and Kamala, you know he gets pegged hard too. You don't even take it easy on him, Kamala. That's fucked up. You know Doug gets pegged. Go ahead, Doug.
Everyone, and happy Kwanzaa. Doug and I send our warmest wishes to all of you this holiday season.
During Kwanzaa, we celebrate the history and heritage of the African American community and the African diaspora.
In Kwanzaa, we shut up. Both of you shut up. Fucking liars. And if you celebrate Kwanzaa, why didn't you guys throw on some kente cloth? They couldn't get Doug a kente cloth tie. They couldn't get Kamala a kente cloth scarf. Why don't they go in the closet of shit we don't care about anymore? Or why don't they go in their publicity stunt closet and pull out their Kwanzaa scarf? Remember when Pelosi and them knelt for 8 minutes and 46 seconds with their kente cloth scarves on for the patron saint of fentanyl? You couldn't go into the federal government costume closet and pull out some kente cloth for your little video? And are there any pictures out there of Kamala Harris and her family celebrating Kwanzaa? And we'd sit around and the elders would tell us, the elders, who the fuck talks like that? Our elders would regale us of tales from times past. Elders. Kamala, you are so full of shit. If my dad were here, we'd say, Kamala, you full of more shit than a Christmas turkey. Fuck out of here. So we're supposed to believe that Kamala Harris and Doug Emhoff celebrate Kwanzaa. Right. Okay. If you believe that, got some beans I want to sell you. Kamala and I, we celebrate Kwanzaa. No, you don't, Doug. You guys are too busy looking out your front window laughing at all the illegals they dropped off. You're too busy trying to stuff shit in your ears so you don't have to hear her go, gah, 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 anymore. You fucking liar. Kwanzaa. Get the fuck out of here. Great Star 23. Thank you for that. 30. Sharon and Mike love your show. I bet. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. The Grape Star 23. Holy shit. I don't know. I don't know if I've seen anything so fraudulent in my life. Orders Malum. Say one African word, Doug. Just one. And you can't say mama sa kamaku sa. Or mama sa mamaku sa. You can't say that. That don't count. We all know that African word. Holy shit. The motherfucker said, Kamala and I, get out of here. Yeah, Tolly Jackson. Celebrating Kwanzaa with her Indian mother, Jamaican father, and Jewish husband. Get the fuck out of town. No, we just all throw our religions aside and we celebrate Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa or Schwanzaa. What did Nancy say? Schwanzaa. Happy Schwanzaa. The Amazing Wong, thank you. JG, aside from hating testosterone, James Cameron stated that he cut 10 minutes of gun violence from Avatar 2 because it made him sick to his stomach. You don't want to make James Cameron sick to his stomach, do you? Yeah, I saw that. I'm going to talk about that shit. Weak ass. And they always do it after they're already rich and famous. Then, oh no, it's bad. I already made my millions. Taryn Lewis, thank you again. Jericho, I forgot to tell you. Speaking of a soft military, the recruiters now get 10 strikes to complete battle stations. What? It's no longer 3 strikes? fucking 10, then don't even have any strikes. You got 10 chances to get through this. That's bullshit. You know, they have training timeouts. They have little cards that they give them, and they hold them up and get a 15-minute timeout in boot camp. In boot camp. If you guys have never been in the military, let me tell you something. Boot camp, you don't get a rest, you don't get a reprieve, you don't get requests, any other R words. In boot camp, you ain't shit. In boot camp, you do what they tell you until they don't want you to do it anymore. And that's it. Time out? Training? For what? Man, this shit is sick. 10 chances? Don't even put a number on 10? I didn't even know that. I didn't even know they got 3. In boot camp, they didn't tell us shit. I don't remember them telling us anything about you get 3 chances. It was just, let's go do battle stations. That's it. I couldn't even fathom doing it again. 3 chances? I thought we only got 1. I did that shit in 1 because if you don't do it, you got to do it again. So, and not only do you have to do it again, but it's not like you could just do it the next day. You have to wait for the next cycle of recruits who have gotten to that point in training. Oh, I know what you mean. Okay. Hold on, Taryn. I know what you mean. He says, I got 1 strike when we were mooring the lines. Okay, I know what you mean. It's strikes like if you do something wrong. There's one, what's the word I'm looking for? There's one battle station or whatever where you have one of the guys lays on a stretcher and you got to put him through. It's almost like a tube. And you got to put him through the tube without touching the sides. If you touch the sides, that means you got burnt and you die. So, yes, those kind of strikes, I do remember those. But bumping that up to 10? They don't have any. Because in the real Navy, in a real situation like that, you're not going to have 10 times to fuck it up. You're going to die. We did a training where you have to patch holes. Simulate if there's a hole in the ship below the water line. So basically there's a hole in the ship and the entire ocean that you're in is pouring in through the hole. So you got to stop it so you don't all drown and die. So your parents don't get a folded up flag. Okay? So you had to get the water to stop pouring in before it reached your knees. If it got to your knees, that meant the water was too deep and you drowned. So you have all kinds of tools and wedges and things you can put in there to try to stop the hole. And the water that was coming in was cold because that's what the ocean water would be. It'd be freezing fucking cold. So your feet are going numb, your hands are numb, but you got to stop this water before it gets up to your knees or you die. And out there, when I was underway, we had an oil leak. We didn't have 10 chances to get it right. The nearest ship was like 100 miles away. It was us or Davy Jones' locker. That was it. And you probably didn't even have time to fuck up 10 times. You probably didn't have that time to do it 10 times. Get that shit right or die. Period. 10 strikes? That is utterly ridiculous. What is that teaching you? Shit. Totally Jackson. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, Anthony DeRosa, glam cam. Tomorrow we're going to work on Rouge. Get out of here with that shit. 10 chances? Get the... Man, you might as well have 20. 10. Boy, I'm telling you. Frank Peter twerking camp. Almost. Ooh, that was bad, Kamala. Why'd you guys make that movie? Make that video? Oh, my goodness. Hoser, thank you again. Christian, thank you for the Hamilton. He says, Hamilton, best part of a BJ, 15 minutes silence. Oh my goodness. Good times, people. Good damn times. Oh boy. Spun Baron, thank you, sir. Says, imagine Taffy 3 being trained now. Whoa. Man, I don't want to. What I just don't get it. It's almost like they don't know that they live in the country under this military that they're trying to weaken. Don't you know that you live here too? And if they fuck up, it's going to affect you too? Or maybe it won't. Nothing else does. They don't live by our rules. Rob, thank you for the Twompski. Teo Mestis, my son is a sergeant in the Army. Well, shout out to him. Thank you to him. And I'm sure he won't get caught up in the bullshit, but I'm sorry that he's having to serve under such a weak administration and such administration that is dead set on the weakening of the military. That blows my damn mind. Silverback, what's up, man? Long time no hear from. Thank you for the Hamilton. Yo, did you see the video of the Planet Fitness dude roasting the Alphabet Warrior for sleeping at the gym? No, I did not, but that sounds fucking hilarious. That sounds hilarious. Devil's Advocate, Army, ARMY, aren't really men yet. Oh, I love talking shit about other branches. Makes me feel good inside. So, guys, celebrities, okay? Not only do we watch them perform, whether it be acting, art, singing, and whatnot, sports, these celebrities are not only good at what they're famous for, they're also good at building society. Okay? They're also good at ensuring public safety. What do you mean, Jericho? I'll get to it in a second. But first, let me shout out Max Bang. Thank you again. Thank you to all service members, veteran and active. We know you've always had our six. Yes, definitely. And I'm sorry that they're trying to ruin the thing that you wanted to be a part of, what drew you to the military in the first place. But stay strong, and we'll do our best to stop these shits. Leonard S., thank you again. Lefties don't believe how vicious people can be. And even though there's some of the more vicious people out there, you get rid of the military or you weaken the military enough, and you will find out exactly how vicious the world is, because there'll be nobody to stop them from coming here. There'll be no one to stop them from bringing that bullshit over here. So you'll find out. Oh, DJ John T. Have you seen the beef between Andrew Tate and my Greta? I did see that, man. I have it written down here to talk about. I'll probably do a video on it. That shit. I want to see them get together and like debate. How dare you? How dare you? Shut up, you ugly little shit. And I don't just mean on the outside. I mean on the inside. She is a disgusting person. How dare you? Bastard. But yeah, I'm going to talk about that shit. That is too funny. But celebrities, they're good at ensuring our safety. And what I mean by this is, it says, celebrity-backed bail group collapses after helping free serial criminal. No way. You mean to tell me there are some people who need to be locked up? Get out of here. A celebrity-backed jail reform group shut down and is now being sued after the group helped free a criminal in 2021 who allegedly attempted to kill a waiter less than 1 week after his release, according to 8 News Now. Now, that's somebody that really cares about their freedom to where they would jeopardize it 6 days later. The group posted a $3,000 bond after Rashawn Gaston Anderson was arrested for burglary and theft in December 2021. And 6 days later, Gaston Anderson allegedly shot waiter Cheng Yan Wang 11 times. I thought only rappers got shot that many times. In Las Vegas's Chinatown. The nonprofit group known as the Bail Project was supported by Danny Glover, John Legend, and Richard Branson, and announced that it would close down due to restructuring in December. Restructuring. No, you're about to have the shit suit out of you. And it says Wang is now suing the nonprofit for its role in releasing Gaston Anderson and is seeking over $15,000 in damages from each defendant, according to 8 News Now. Good. Hope it should be $150,000 per. He's got scars all over his body. He can't move his shoulder over a certain height. I don't know how the bullets missed a vital artery, Wang's lawyer, Corey Kaplan, told the Las Vegas Review. The lawsuit alleges that the Bail Project failed to account for Gaston Anderson's past cases and made him a potential danger to the community. According to 8 News Now, Gaston Anderson has a long record of crime spanning back to at least 2018. In 2018, Gaston Anderson pleaded guilty to attempted grand larceny and was sentenced to 18 months of probation. What is grand larceny? Grand larceny. Grand larceny. Theft of personal property having a value above a legally specified amount. So he attempted grand larceny. He tried to steal some shit, got 18 months probation. In 2019, he was convicted of burglary. So the next year, he still didn't get it. So he tried it again, got convicted. And in 2021, he was convicted of auto theft. So he's a fucking thief. He was also charged with pandering and carrying a concealed weapon in 2021. Oh, okay, so you're out here sticking guns in people's faces, robbing them and shit. Just being a general menace to society. Following his 2021 arrest, he was released from jail, but was arrested the following day on burglary theft charges. Now, following this arrest, the Bail Project posted a $3,000 bond for his release. So hold on, you fucking idiots. This guy's a career criminal, a career crook, thief. You know what they used to do to thieves back in the day? You know what they do to thieves right now, today in some countries? A thief. So let's see. He gets arrested, released from jail. He was arrested the following day, and then you dumbasses bail him out? Are you checking on these people's cases? Or are you just bailing out random people because they're darker than a sheet of printer paper? What are you doing? Are you not researching these people that you're releasing into society? He got out and 6 days later shot this Chinese dude 11 times. You are the worst shot, or Mr. Wang has a horseshoe and a rabbit's foot inside of his body somewhere, because that's damn lucky. I remember reading a story about this rapper. He got shot like 15 times, and they interrogated him for an hour and a half before they let him go to the hospital. 11 times. Imagine how much that hurts. I've always heard that getting shot, it burns. 11 times. This man got shot by this fucking scumbag, and they let him out. Makes sense. We know John Legend's a piece of shit. He's a never-Trumper communist little fucker whose wife told a 16-year-old girl to kill herself. Anyway, Danny Glover, we all know a few years back, he was doing everything but giving fellatio to the president of Venezuela. This is who we should be like. Was it Chavez? No, was it Chavez? Hold on. Danny Glover. Venezuela. Hold on a second. I'm trying to find. Here we go. Yeah, Chavez. It was his name. Yeah, at that time, Venezuela is to give American actor Danny Glover almost $18 million to make a film about a slave uprising in Haiti. Oh, no wonder. Hugo Chavez, that was his name. No wonder you're such a big fan of Venezuela. No wonder, you piece of shit. So he's a communist little turd too. And Richard Branson, doesn't he own that Virgin Airlines, the one where now they can all wear their pronoun pins? And you don't know if that's a lady stewardess who's about to bring you a drink. I guess you can look if you look down crotch level, see if there's a bulge in her skirt. So these are all just exquisite pieces of shit in their own right. And they had a direct hand in releasing this person. Like, how fucked up is that? What? You guys, you just jump behind a cause simply because it's against the other side? What the fuck are you doing? And it says they paid a $3,000 bond. So does that mean his bail was $30,000 and because you only have to pay 10% to get out? You could come up with 3 G's to get out of jail? Then don't do shit to get thrown in jail if you can't get out of jail. He's a scumbag. He's a thief. Few things worse than a thief. And you let his ass out and he shot that dude. Man, he should sue all 3 of them. He should sue the shit out of that stupid ass group. Sue the hyphenated name dumbass who shot him. And why is he not being charged with it? I guess he'd have to be charged with attempted murder. I didn't see that in there. But he's got to be charged with attempted murder. What else are you trying to do when you shoot somebody 11 times? I don't care if you shot that fool 11 times in his legs. To shoot somebody that many times, you are trying to bring about their death. Ergo, we must charge you with attempted murder. Fucking idiots. They don't live with the consequences of their policies. You notice that man didn't go to the ritzy rich part of Vegas and shoot them up. He went where the regular everyday people are and shot that dude 11 times. I'm assuming it wasn't up close, or he probably would have killed the guy. So you're shooting, potentially missing your target. I doubt all 11 hit the dude. You could potentially be shooting somebody else, some innocent person, all because these out of touch, elitist bastards paid to have you released. All they have to, it doesn't matter who it affects. It doesn't matter who it hurts. It doesn't matter who it gets shot 11 fucking times. I just gotta, it's bail reform. That's the new hot ticket item. That's what everybody's talking about. I'll give money to it. I don't care. I don't need to hear the details. Just give money to it. Oh, it makes me feel so good. And it makes my little tiny, crusty, gnarled, black leftist heart happy to know that I helped somebody. Yeah, I don't care that he shot a guy 11 times. I helped him. I can sleep now. Oh, I feel so good. Oh, I helped a person of color. I'm better than you. I helped a person of color. Oh, man. You talk about helping people of color and get totally off topic. Here we go. Here we go. I saw this video / picture of Madonna. Holy shit. I didn't realize she adopted so many African kids. I think she adopted all of them. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold on, which garbage fucking website was it? Oh my goodness, I get so confused. These shitty ass websites with this ghetto trash on it. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's this one. But Madonna, she posted a video, and I'm only saying it's Madonna because that's what they called her. I couldn't tell it's Madonna by looking at her because her face is all fucked up. But she released this video with all of her adopted African kids. And it's so weird because like she does this little, I don't know what she does before. It's just so fucking weird. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, it's just so weird. And her face is all blown up and shit, and Botox and fluffed and cut. And oh man, it's just sad. To watch Madonna just turn herself into a fucking carved up mess. You didn't learn nothing from the Jacksons. You didn't take anything away from the Jacksons. Nothing. You didn't see the way Mike fucked his whole face up. You just went with it. You just did it. Okay. Okay. There's a few of them. Lil Kim, Sammy Sosa. What the fuck happened to them? But this is Madonna and her crazy ass family. And her crazy shit. What is this?
Santa baby, slip a sable
That's Madonna.
under the tree
Virgin
for
Madonna.
me. Been an awful good girl, Santa
Okay.
baby, and hurry down the chimney tonight.
And then, hold on.
Santa baby,
My bad.
slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, and hurry down the
Oh
chimney
my God.
tonight.
What happened to her? Remember that? Remember when it was popular to pluck African kids from Africa and adopt them into these families? Oh, look at this. This is one of her sons. What kind of weird shit is this? What is it happening? Oh, and she's like 60 something. She's in her early 60s. This is fucking crazy. Oh my goodness. She don't even look the same anymore. Look at this shit. Oh my goodness, Madonna. What happened, girl? Was that Balenciaga? Ooh, she's being so controversial. So controversial, Madonna. You're really making people blush. So crazy, Madonna. Let's see. Who's that other fucking weirdo? This fool. Look at this shit. This is Sammy Sosa. This is so weird. Oh man, hold up. What the fuck is going on here? That's Sammy Sosa. From that to that. What the fuck is going on here, guys? Oh, get me out of this rabbit hole, please. Oh my goodness gracious. Hoser, thank you very much again. Says Hamilton, an old French Canadian proverb: love is blind, but marriage gives a sight right back. Cheers. Oh, love it. Thank you, man. Thanks for that Canadian humor, eh? Silverback, again, thank you. Speaking of celebs, Facebook has been bombing me with Lizzo posts for the past 2 weeks. She's a tub of goo, man. Oh, no, man. What was it? Ari Spears said she looks like the shit emoji. He said she like a plate of mashed potatoes. Oh, that's another one. It was another one of these fucking pasty motherfuckers. They were born chocolate but turned fucking beige. Ugh, I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what happened. Hold on. My son's out there with our friend's kid, and I got to listen to see if they're saying suckers or fuckers. Oh, suckers. Because they're out there with Nerf guns at him saying, come on, suckers. They're saying, come on, fuckers. You know, kids cuss when they're with each other and shit. You know how they do to make sure they weren't out there getting their fucking Andrew Dice Clay on. It's funny to hear kids cuss too, because they don't know what the fuck. They don't know what they're saying. But I better not hear that shit. Oh, Lord. What is this? Oh, what the fuck? You guys explain this to me. Because this isn't a little Kim I grew up with. This isn't a little Kim I saw hanging out with Biggie. Oh, what is that? What is that? Why is she doing her best to look like a white woman? She literally has white skin and straight hair. So why is that not cultural appropriation? If she's looking like a fucking white woman, that's what she used to look like. Again, with the blonde wig, cultural appropriation. That's what she used to look like. Now she looks like one of the Wayans brothers from White Chicks. What happened? What happened? Holy shit. She said, give me the most fucked up look you can. Dye my skin, bleach my skin, and carve my face up so I look unrecognizable. Thank you. Give me the unrecognizable, Doc. Thanks. Oh my goodness, man. What the fuck is wrong with these people? What's wrong with these fucking people, man? Oh shit. Okay, well, I think we've done enough today, huh, guys? 2 hours. Look what you did. You kept me here for 2 hours. Went by so fast. We must be having fun. Well, I'm gonna hang out with these crazy ass kids and try not to throw them on the roof. I'll do my best. Thank you guys for being here. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Your comments, your questions, your time. If you're watching and listening, just listening. Maybe you're just watching. You got the sound off and you're just looking at me. That's weird, but I'll take it. We will be right back here mañana as we wrap up this work week. It's going to be Thursday tonight. Don't miss it. I'll be on there with Gabe and Shant. Double Impact. Link will be on my page under community. We will be talking about an underrated Arnold classic called Red Heat, 1987. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jim Belushi. And this movie is 80s from top to bottom, inside and out. Yeah. So be there with us while we break this shit down. Say it with me, damn it. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net and mygreengear.com. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.